I wish this was a skit, but something like this, you just can't make up.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A murderer because I like killing. My brain tells me if I like killing or not. I like killing because when I first watched my grown-up killing show, myself started to like.
That goes to show you right there. Movies, shows, they have ratings. Video games, they have ratings for a reason. Give me your full attention here. Maybe you guys can relate. Before I turned a certain age, my mother wouldn't even let me be in Walmart looking at the glass of a video game that had M on it for too long before she was like, come on, boy, quit looking at that. Movies, the same exact way. After a certain time, I had to go to sleep because that's when the bad movies came on. Now, with these children having access to Netflix and having access to tablets, when I watch my grown-up TV show about murder, that's whenever I became obsessed with it. Watch what your children are doing. It's okay to be in your kids' business, all right?
Killing, and then my brain started to like tell me what to do with killing in it. So I like murders and I like killing in my life. I'm gonna kill everybody in the world except for my family because they just didn't do anything to me. I just like killing.
So just any type of person, it doesn't matter. What about me?
Yeah.
Even me?
No, not even my teachers either.
Okay, because I'm the first person that you told this. Am I? Yeah?
So I just like killing.
So what are you going to be again when you grow up?
A murderer.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So it seemed like that was his teacher because when she asked, do you want to kill me? He said, no, not my teachers. Maybe this was caught at the right time. Maybe this was caught by the right person because I'm sure this will be reported. This video is going viral. I just came across it today, but the sheer numbers that it had on it, likes, views. I mean, this has been passed around, spread around. This kid's parents have been notified, I'm sure. But this leads to a much bigger conversation, which is what is going on with these kids in 2025? I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Like I said, whenever I was growing up, see, I'm a 90s kid. I was watching Dragon Ball Z. I was obsessed with trying to shoot Kamehamehas from my hand. I was obsessed with trying to power up and turn into a Super Saiyan. And I'm not saying that I was the best kid or that any of my friends were the best kids, but we were monitored by our parents. When we didn't live up to that level of excellence, we were grounded. We couldn't watch TV. We couldn't go outside. We were whipped. I mean, I used to get whipped so bad I thought I was dying. Maybe that wasn't the right way, but I think it kept me from a lot of trouble in my later years. Now, ultimately, I did rebel as I got to an older teenager, but I like to think that maybe that foundation that my mother and stepfather set by punishing me kept me from going down too bad of a dark road, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's a great segue to this next video where, again, a mom has her kid on camera publicly shaming the kid's father about how the father disciplines the kid. Without discipline, without observation, without overwatch, you're going to get a child like we just saw in the first clip.
Whooping really hurt me inside because now I don't look at my dad the same.
Well, basically, a lot of you already know that it's a video going viral of my son getting a whooping by his dad. And we both decided that we're going to basically put a stop and an end to everything today.
Now, I tried to look for the original video, couldn't find it, but let's continue to listen to what this mom has to say. She's going to put a stop and an end to it today. Now, I must preface this by saying I don't agree with disciplining your children online unless perhaps maybe your children go online to bully someone and it's something that was viral and people saw at the school or whatever. Then, yeah, live by the sword. You got to die by that same sword, so to speak.
Rumors and everything that's been going around. So tell everybody why you got a whooping.
I got a whooping because I snuck on my iPad while my dad was asleep.
Okay, so were you smoking weed on live?
No.
Do you disrespect me?
No.
Have you ever disrespected me?
No.
Okay.
Now, you know that's a doggone lie. In some shape, fashion, form, we have all disrespected our parents growing up, especially when we're this kid's age. What is this kid, 10, 11, 12 years old maybe? If we stomp our feet and get upset, that's considered disrespect. So this kid has for sure disrespected his mom before. Like, you're a human. You're going to do it. Even unintentionally, it's going to happen.
So when was the first time you got exposed to weed?
When me and my dad went to the Lennox Hawks game.
And how were you exposed to it?
Well, I was at my dad's friend's house and he gave weed to his kids and they wanted me to smoke with them and they said that he gave it to them and it was okay and he watched us smoke.
Okay.
Now, if that's true, that's a major flop on the dad side. You're bringing your kid to people's houses who are smoking weed, who's giving weed to their kids, and you're watching him smoke. Yet, if he gets on his iPad after you told him to go to sleep, you're going to beat him and put it on. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, I am all for disciplining kids because you don't want a kid like we saw in that first clip, but we got to make it make sense.
And how does it make you feel knowing that you're going viral?
Sometimes it makes me upset and like everybody knows and it's just embarrassing. And I understand kids should get discipline and whoopings and things, but I don't think that it should be on the internet because y'all don't understand how I felt when I had to go back to school and got bullied and picked on about the video.
You need to think about that. Whenever we were kids, we didn't have the internet like that. We did, but we didn't have social media where our parents could discipline us like that and then put it all over and then the whole world know about it. I need your full attention for this. It was bad enough back in the day. You're outside playing with one of your friends, y'all get into a fight. His mama finds out about it, tells your mother, and then she busts your tail in front of God and everybody, makes you go inside. You can't come back outside for a couple of days. That was embarrassing in of itself. Can you imagine being put all over the internet? I can't.
Okay, so I know you've seen and read a lot of comments, people making jokes saying, oh, he deserved it. This is what kids nowadays need in their life and, stuff like that. So what do you want to say to the people that feel like, you deserved it?
I just want to say that I don't think this is funny and you shouldn't either. The whooping really hurt me inside because now I don't look at my dad the same and I don't think that y'all should be making jokes and stuff because if it was to happen to one of y'all wouldn't think it was funny.
So, with everything that's going on, all the stuff on the internet, all the rumors, all the false statements, if you had one thing that you wanted the world to know, what would it be?
I have the best mom in the world.
Look at that smile.
Now make that go viral.
Look at this smile. Let's unpack this. The reason I added that second video, it's important to discipline your kids. If you're not giving them any discipline and you let them run wild, do whatever they want to do, you get a kid similar to what we saw in the first clip. Now that's worst case scenario, but you get a kid that has behavior problems. No one can refute that. And if you go about disciplining your kids the wrong way, i.e. putting them on the internet, that's also wrong. See, as a parent, it's your duty to lead. As your parent, you have to be the leader. As a parent, you have to be someone that your child can go to and trust. And when you put their business out on the street like that on the internet, that's going to fracture their trust. See, that's going to create a big gash that's going to take a long time to heal. And even when it does heal, it's going to be a big, nasty scar. And that relationship might be fractured. So it's very important to have balance. And I don't like making videos like this. The last video I made about those kids in Chicago, it absolutely broke my heart. And here's the reality. These kids are our future. This is the future of America. We have to pour into these kids. We've got to give them everything we've got, and we've got to be the best humans that we can be to set that example for the future. And this all goes back to relationships. Moms, dads, stay together. Try to make it work. Try to stay together. Try to work on yourselves individually. Seek God. Find a higher power in your life that can give you that power. Plug yourself into that socket, so to speak, so that you can make better decisions, so that you can be wiser, so that you can love better. I believe that's all of our calling. But every man and woman has to find that for themselves. And mom, dad, don't be afraid to ask grandma and grandpa, auntie and uncle for help. I believe that the more people we can get helping to raise these kids, the better. Let's also not discount the impact that organized sports plays in children's lives. Like, let's get these kids busy and get them busy early so that they can find meaning in their lives. But guys, that's all for me. I'm curious to hear what you thought about this one down in the comments. I'll holler at you soon. Peace.